everyone? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video. This is Dragothien here, and it's league bet time again. We are at the finals. Last week I didn't do the league bets because, again, I think that most people who've been following this channel for the league betting system have pretty much bought out the shop at this point. But I wanted to make one because, one, a lot of people complained. They wanted to see the bets anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But two, I think there's a sneaky bet this time that could, if you haven't bought the shop out yet, you could maybe get a little bit of a sneaky play in. So if we look at the bets, right? So we have JST way underdogs to 1v here. And again, everything's kind of bet along who won last week. You have 1v last week, obviously defeating JST for the Realm of Horus. And in the Realm of Anubis, you had 60GT defeating 60MX. We'll come back to this really quickly. Realm of Bastet, 06HS defeated Raze last week by a pretty significant amount, 5,000 points, but still close enough to make it interesting. And then finally, Realm of Sobek, another about 5,000 to 6,000, well, 5,100 type of win for 61HX versus 56TA. So, I mean, everybody's kind of betting like the match has already happened. And for the most part, unless you know something that somebody else doesn't know, you're not really going to get any kind of insight into these. The teams that won last week were pretty convincing. I will say that the weeks before, the other matches were relatively nicer. So let's go back to Realm of Anubis, though. So if you didn't join me on the official Rise of Kingdoms channel last weekend, you missed a little bit of fun. So I was solo casting this matchup last weekend at 3 UTC on the Rise of Kingdoms official channel, and it ended up being a little bit of a mess because these folks from 960 were in KVK and they were in Kingsland fighting off 3 other camps, and they chose to basically go into this finals match between both teams being in 960, and they chose to just put their members in just to get 10,000 points, get their 10 gold heads, and then come back out to go ahead and continue fighting in Kingsland. And that ended up paying off for 960. They did eventually secure Kingsland against 3 other camps in their KVK. Hats off to them. Good fights all around to everybody in that KVK. My goodness, that was incredible to watch. But the league stuff, right? So the league stuff is why we're here today, and I wanted to maybe give you a little bit of a sneaky play. Now, last week, 60GT absolutely dominated because, again, it wasn't a real match. 60GT got almost 70,000 points against 60MX, again, their partner alliance in 960. And the betting is heavily favored and skewed towards 60GT, which I think if all these matches were going to be actually played, the betting would still kind of be similar to what it is right now that you see. However, because the match didn't really get to happen, I wonder, and I don't know if this is actually going to happen, and maybe I should ask some of my 960 folks before I really kind of post this, but just I wanted to kind of put my thought out there. You know, if I was 960 and I was in this situation where they made the decision to go ahead and prioritize KVK over the Osiris League matchup because they knew that they were going to have 2 other matches to play against each other for the championship. If I was in 960 and 60GT ended up taking the victory here, maybe I would say, okay, 60MX, you're going to get the victory in match 2, and then let's actually fight for the championship in round 3. That's the way I would do it as a kingdom leader, personally, because both of these teams have made it to the finals. They both deserve the shot at the championship. And if you don't do it that way, you have basically hindered 60MX from having the ability to get their best 2 out of 3 shot at doing this. To me, the only fair way for the 960 folks, and again, I'm not part of their leadership, and they have no obligation to listen to me. They have their own thing going on, obviously. But to me, if I was leader in this situation, I would say, okay, this week, 60MX, you guys should go ahead and win this next match so that next week we'll play for all the marbles. We'll play for the whole shebang. One match, do or die, take it or go home. That's the way I would organize it as a 960 leader when it comes to these two teams, because both teams have every right to equally and fairly compete for the finals championship. That's the way that I would do it. And that's why I'm actually going to bet all my coins on 60MX. It's on a hunch. It's on a hunch. Now, obviously, with the league betting system, you have other options here too. You have an arc score leader, an occupation score leader, a total kills leader, and a provision score leader. You can pick which one you want to do that stuff on. You can certainly do that, but the betting pool is very small. When you do that, you can only bet like 50 coins. Up to 50 orcs may be bet per round and cannot be added to the once bet. Governors who place bets on the winner will receive 2 times their original bet, but if you lose it all. So again, on this channel, we've talked about it a lot. If you're going to bet, make sure that you get the best bang for your buck, the best value for your coins, or the best upside for your coins. And with these extra little bets, while they are kind of fun, right? They're kind of fun to say, oh, I think they're going to definitely get more arcs than the other team, or I think they're going to out-provision their opponent, blah, blah, blah. That's great. But 100 coins, 100 coins doesn't get you anything in the shop hardly. Most of this stuff is like the good stuff is 1,500 coins. You'd have to bet all 4 categories on all 4 matches and win 15 out of the 16, or well, I guess 7 out of the 16 or something like that. I don't know. The math is evading me, but you'd have to win a good chunk of those just to get 1 gold head. Whereas if you bet on the normal things, like, again, who's going to overall win, you've got the opportunity to make double your full coins, which, like, just a second ago, I bet on 60MX to take out 60GT. If I win this bet, this is going to be like 55, 60,000 coins that I'll get if 60MX wins. So, I mean, to me, this is the only way to bet. These little small bets are kind of just fun for you, and have fun with that. And I certainly, don't judge you. But as far as making coins, doing it to make coins, you're not. I mean, if you win every single one, that's 1,600 coins. You're betting 800 to possibly win 1,600 coins. That's it. There's no extra, incentive to do that. And again, 1,600 coins is just not a whole lot. But this is the only way to bet, in my opinion, for this week. I think that if you're looking at all the different realms, Realm of Horus, again, JST versus 1V. 1V was very dominant last week. Very, very dominant. JST is a top tier playing alliance for Osiris League. So I think all these are up for grabs as well. So I think that ultimately the second here, Realm of Anubis, I think this is going to happen, guys. I mean, me personally, I just think that's the way it's going to happen, because that's the way that I would do it. So I'm betting my coins on it. Again, I've already bought the shop. So it doesn't really matter if you guys need the shop. This is a great way to do it. For sure, you can buy everything, including stuff you don't need, with a win using this bet. So hope you guys are going to enjoy this weekend. I personally will not be commentating this weekend. Just to give you guys a heads up, I'm going out with my wife on a nice little weekend getaway. So it will be Chiskel and Bulburitos heading up the commentary crew this weekend. But I will be back the following weekend. Very much looking forward to getting back in front of you there. Continuing to fight in my 916 KBK as well. The fighting is still brutal and difficult, but we're still continuing to push and fight and take losses and give losses and all that good stuff. So hope you guys are enjoying the video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Cheers, have a good one, and take care.